Okay, quick Friday morning radar update. So we've got DAX through opening range highs, FTSE 100 through opening range highs, small caps through opening range highs, and 250 coiling at opening range highs. So, not far off 4 on the floor. Let's see how the video goes. See if they can break out while we're looking through these. Let's quickly have a look. We got that pop in the metals yesterday, and we've got a little bit of follow through on a few of them today as well. So that's good to see. Looks like there's a little bit more interest coming into these things. Maybe I'll go through the metal stocks later. We'll see which is the strongest again. Into if I hit the right button, I will get there. Just having a quick look at cable. So right side of a base cable. Bitcoin's just bumbling around there after that huge move, isn't it? I mean the huge up move, not the pullback. And TLT just bang in the middle of that range. Yes, it wouldn't surprise me to see this down bumping up through the lows at some point, but it seems to like that range over the last the history I've got on ShareScope anyway. Moving on, let's just jump into the volume leaders today. First things first, I suppose we can just quickly go and look at a little bit of open interest on this one with the news. Just a first retrace, as if by magic it came down to this previous sort of little base level here, and it's popped today. As we stand at 10.20, that the people who chase the RNSs have kind of used up their firepower, and this thing will just do its thing. But holding strong on that one. Hopefully it can just keep trending higher, obviously. SRC, if you ever want to see a case study of a placing going through, well, that is it, isn't it? Fantastic. So the weakest on the portfolio today is SDI. Normal sort of throwback on that. Messy prior base. We'll see how that goes. And VLX is the second worst on my portfolio. Reverse vol base broke out, high probability retrace. Though I did buy it here, I have added to this one already, and it looks like it's building another base, doesn't it? And it's refusing to go down with the market actually this week and last week. So a little bit of coiling if the if this one can hold up okay over the next week or so, it might be one of the first to break out higher. Obviously cursed it, but just by saying that. But crystal ball is still in the mender's shop. Into the volume leaders, it is 10.22. We should have traded 27% to be on average volume. Amazingly, I've got that in already. So, in order of sector, there's not that many again today. Let's see what's in there. Just looking for those growth stocks, and data. I know we already looked at this one a few times. My view on this one, though, we do see it's got some pretty good forward numbers. My view is it is kind of sloth-like year on year. So 2 years basing out and then a little pop. 2 years basing out then a little pop. It's kind of, that shows it's a little bit boring, even though it might tick sort of a lot of boxes you'd like in a gold growth stock. Obviously, I don't have a position. I'm not interested in it. I'm trying to find always trying to find those ones what I can move, and I want to ride a trend for 12 months to 18 months or more, and get a huge return. I am not one of these investors who's taking profit on 15-20% moves. That's just kind of noise in my world on these. I'm trying to ride big trends. So Tullow, this is a return to profit, pre-tax profit. It's not going to tick at anything on the growth screen, but yeah, there's a potential for a right side of a base there. See if it hits the screens one day, but I think there's better things out there. Obviously we're in the large caps here. Halfords, so my view on this one. I talk about it every time it hits the screen. The low risk entries, just take the log scale off so you can see the sort of the lower risk entries on this are behind. Now it's the getting paid, and if it moves above this high here, I would trail under that low. Obviously it's a pretty normal pullback there. Some of them just fizzle out. You never know which is going to be the one what makes the good returns, and that is why most people get caught in curve fitting. They see a winner pull back in, and then another one steps up behind and makes a move, so they top chop it because they think, oh, the last one pulled in, I'm going to just start top chopping these. If they move 20%, I'll take some off, and that is the reason people get in that we call it the time frame spiral. They get stuck in that spiral. They can't let the winners run because they've seen a winner pull back before on them, and it's a curve fitting methodology what really just sends you down the time frames. You end up on daily charts or intraday. You end up on intraday charts looking at every tick. So this morning's radar is brought to you by the letter T and the time frame spiral, and into the small caps. We've all done it. I just try and highlight things what we do over and over, but don't help the returns. Yeah, ALU. I'll just punch this one in because if you want to know what gas in the tank looks like, there it is. And there it went. Huge move out of the base. Epwin. SRC, obviously I hold that one. This Morse's Club, I'll punch this one in as well. MCL. It's a little bit so-so. We see it as a lot of supply up here, and it's quite well. It's actually It's not as recent as it was. I think this pullback here, you know, for people who like this stock longer term, maybe it will be interesting from this pullback, because you get a little bit of a slingshot, you know, and the supply will be far enough in the rear view mirror. We're already bumped, you know, this is 52-week highs, so, you know, I like a bit longer without a supply problem. But there is a lot of people got caught on this one, and this thing's been working them off slowly over time. Reminds me, I was working on a tutorial for that, and I need to finish it. HSP. Seconds. HSP. Yeah, this was not that far up there. And Jim. Easy to doubt this one. It's nowhere near where it was. It was number 1 or number 2 in the GTRS when it was down here. You know, and it was top. I think it was top 10 for the whole of these first bases, and it's turning up again after pulling in. It's not trading towards a GTRS slingshot sort of anymore, but it's about getting paid and holding on for the trend, isn't it? Mission marketing, big tick up in this one. It trades very choppy, this one. It's always has done. It has its moments. There is a kind of, Chaz mentioned it this morning, bit of a reverse vol base here. It won't hit my screens because it's falling over the last 5 months, but it could turn up. XLM, a little mini base on that one as well. XL Media. When they break trend, there's usually a fantastic investment case up here. Over and over again, the people who tell you how good this stock is up here, you know, they're usually not around to talk about it once it's lost 90% from the breaking trend. Big bad bear I was there. You know, I'm just stating the obvious. Stocks do not trade 52-week lows for no reason, and it's a dangerous game. Thinking that they should return from 52-week lows without anything changing. Trying to keep it a bit more upbeat today, this radar. The sun's shining, it's Friday. Right side of a base on gem diamonds as well. This was the first little base, and this was kind of the early bird setup we saw. This market action is actually going to be good action for people, you know. If it's just sort of corrective action, and you know, there's a lot of stocks correcting, though the markets are refusing to go down. And you know, does that mean the market should go down? Well, nobody knows, but at the end of the day, it still will expose a lot of low risk entries in quality sort of growth stocks. That is my, you know, I focus on these screens intensely when the market's going through a bad phase. So we will leave it there. It's quite a long update. 15 minutes in the morning, 14 minutes. And we'll see what the end of day screens bring up. They've been pretty quiet this week, so they should be. When the market's pulling in, you shouldn't, you know, we don't see many ideas. But we'll see what the end of the day brings. Okay, cheers all.